An angelic being came to me prior to falling asleep 2 nights ago. This is a normal occurrence for me, but this particular being that came to me was... Did you hear that? That's confirmation. As I'm falling asleep sometimes, I get visions of things or hear things. Well, it hasn't been like this in a while. And even last night in my dream, I did receive a message, but it was in my dream. 2 nights ago, it was as I'm falling asleep and an event happened and I opened my eyes and I was wide awake Googling. And then as I'm Googling, I hear this loud bang in my kitchen lounge room area. And as I heard that bang instantaneously at the same time, I heard, "You're not supposed to know right now." And we will get into that. We'll get into all of this. I just wanted to, clarify. I was never messing around in the first place, but really now I am really not messing around. Like, I didn't know how to come forward with this, if I should have, but I feel like it's my calling. And a predicament happened to me which made me, I had to delete all of my social media for my own protection. And I feel like I've just worked really hard on this channel, and I want to show you guys what I've been working on with my abilities and what I've discovered that I know. So we are going to dive in today who this being is, or is it a group of beings, and we'll get into that. And I just wanted to clarify, sorry, I have notes because there's a lot. There's a lot to this, and I'm hearing noises of paranormal activity. Like when I was getting ready, these earrings started shaking and I was nowhere near the table. So I thought Spirit was asking me to wear these earrings, so I did. And I feel as though the reason why is because as I'm channeling, scrying, all those sorts of things, like the auditory sound can trigger things, like I experienced before and mentioned before about hearing a loud bang and then me having a download of a message. So I feel like I should get into my abilities now, and I've written them down. So I'll start off with something I've had forever. Like I've always been a really good and honest person. I've always said the truth, even if it got me in trouble, unfortunately. But this is called psychic empathy or energetic sensitivity. So we'll get into the clairvoyance in a second, but this energy, I feel like, for instance, I'll speak to someone at work, whoever they are, and the way they say things, their energy gets emplaced in me, and it makes me, I'll put it bluntly, I feel like shit. I know how you feel about me. I know you're belittling me. And everyone, my mum in particular, will say, "You're really sensitive." I am sensitive, but I'm not dumb. Especially with my upbringing, as well as my life as a teenager. I was naive. I felt like I felt like a little alien in the wrong place all the time. And another message I channeled during those times were, sorry, my parents were bickering, so I had to pause. Where was I? Yeah, like this is all meant to happen, this is all meant to be, like you're in the right place, like this is going to help you in the future, sort of thing. And I would always feel that, and I was like, well, look at what I'm doing, like I don't know how this is gonna help me, which I know now, and I can make another video about that. But let me quickly say these things because I feel like I'm babbling and everyone's gonna click off and not listen. I promise it's worth it. Anyways, so I have clairaudience. It's hard to explain this ability because you would think, oh, you're schizophrenic straight away. It's a bit different to that. It's like a download. Like in your dream, someone says something to you. That's what it sounds like to me in a waking moment. Or like a vocabulary word as I'm reading tarot. Like, I don't know, I'll pull out a random card. Or like, for instance, I read from one of my friends before, and there was a bird, like a different bird, and I heard crow, like that was downloaded in me. And I was like, have you been seeing crows? And he was like, yeah, and like told me his experience, like heaps of crows at the front of his house. And he was like, what's going on? Yeah, this one is really interesting, and I don't even know if I can pronounce the word, the actual word. Clairkinesthesia, energetic steering, spirit-led movement. So, for instance, this crystal and this necklace were both an event of this energetic steering from spirit. We'll get into the crucifix, but the crystal was for protection. I googled why it was relevant, because it activates the heart chakra, and if you're a clairvoyant yourself, you know it's through energy, and your intuition comes from your heart. So I'm trying to like gently protect myself, as well as allow people to come in that are deserving of that and are willing to hear my story. So I just wanted to add with the clairkinesia, I'll just say energetic steering. It's also known to be kinetic mediumship, guided physically. And I do have mediumship tendencies, but it's more spontaneous. So I do resonate more to the clairvoyant sides of things. As I've said, like I have downloads, or I just know how someone feels about me, and that's called claircognizance. I just know things. I'll walk past someone and be like, oh, he's a widow, like his wife passed away a few years ago, and I can tell from that energy. But obviously I've only occasionally approached people about these things. Yeah, I can get into that another time. There's only one distinct one I remember. This lady was doing my nails, and she was battling cancer, and her mother was coming in saying like, I remember when you were kids and you were playing with the trains. And I got that at the beginning of her doing my nails, and spirit's like, go on. She said that at the beginning of like just starting to do your nails, and girls, it takes a little while for them to do your nails, to get acrylics on. And yeah, as she's finishing off, she's literally painting my nails, and something was like pushing me, going, tell her. And I told her, like, did you have a mother, without being like too vein. I don't know what the word is for that. Anyways. And she was like, yes. And I said, did she pass? And she said yes. And I felt as though the mother also had this cancer and it was generational. So I didn't get into that, but yeah, I told her the message and I just walked out. I shouldn't be laughing, but like, I was so young and I was like, I have to tell you this. Okay, bye. Let me pay. I'll go. I'll leave you with that. So that's just one instance, and that was probably 2021, and I would have been 21. Okay, I see things in my mind's eye. It's not all the time. I can't force it. Like, most of my abilities are spontaneous, unless I'm using like tarot to help. It like triggers it and then I can dive deeper into that, or I'll hear an extra message or see things. But yeah, those are my abilities that I know of. And I'm a mystic seer because I'm into the esoteric sides of life and esoteric teachings, and I like spirituality and trying to learn all these things. It's a journey, it's not a destination. You are learning new things every day, multiple things. So let me explain. 2 nights ago, as I was trying to fall asleep, I have had an altar for quite some time, but I'm not educated. Like, I don't have anyone to teach me these things. I know you can Google it, but in my case, you can't, because the Slavic culture of like white light magic and that sort of thing, like I do have a book which I haven't looked at, but that book, it's more like I want to know my story and my history, not like the generic history. Anyways, so I was laying down on this side, so I was facing this way. And you're falling asleep. So I was falling asleep, and all of a sudden in my mind's eye, I see, it was like a 6-second event. Something just blew into my ear. It was like a 6-second event. It was very quick. If you just saw me flinch just now, like sometimes my ears ring or they go deaf, or I hear weird sounds in my ears. Yeah, I was trying to fall asleep and this woman just comes up. So she was like out here, then went like this, and then said, hitch, switch. So I was Googling like hitch, but I think I had the idea of the switch. I don't remember. I was researching a lot the past couple of days. Hitch, switch. And that is exactly what she said. And the way she said it was like, oh, I don't know, sort of like disappointment in me that only now I'm trying to discover my heritage. It was very like petty, I'd say, like a bit of sass, like, oh. So we'll get into what I tried to find. So, Hic Zvic, Serbian, a light bulb. Also in Serbian, hiccup. And in Croatian, not even a candle. My ears just started ringing. So I was already leaning towards not even a candle because it makes sense. Like, I added something to my altar and to my bedside for protection, and not really manifestation, but more affirmation work. And I'm not allowed to light candles, especially in my room. So it sounds like it's not even a candle. So Svic is a Dalmatian Adriatic dialect from a Romance language. And a Romance language is a group of languages descended from Vulgar Latin, common form of Latin spoke in the Roman Empire. So this is an extinct language that I'm trying to decode right now. Sorry about that, I had to speak to my mum, but what I was up to was also connected to the word svich is svit, which is related to dawn, sunrise, or people. And like, I channeled something to do with that, but we will dive deeper into that. And it's also related to the word zvitati, to dawn or to become light. And then hitch is a version of kuti, which means silent, or iki, which means to go. So I don't know what this being said to me. This is a language that doesn't exist anymore. If anyone I saw 111, if anyone watches this and knows this romantic language, comment down below what this being said to me, because this being, another thing about this being, like, she looked Pleiadian, but I don't know, my ear just popped, so that's confirmation. It's highly likely that she was Pleiadian, and she was blonde, speaking Serbian, and generally Serbians are brunette. I haven't done research yet on that. I've been researching so many things except that, but I'm pretty sure that Serbians have brown hair. And this being, it sort of looked, it was distorted because it looks like a glitch of someone coming closer to you and then saying huge zvich. And it happened so quickly, and I was just a bit confused, and the energy I felt, and yeah. So I'm gonna stop rambling about that. There's so many other aspects of this that have happened, but they're just accessories. I think I've said what we need to know right now, and we will get into the divinations. So the divinations I want to do today, I haven't really done scrying in a minute. It's been a while, and I just heard a weird sound in my ear as I said that. So I have gotten a lot of messages out of scrying, like predicting people's signs, what else? Just random, like, things you wouldn't expect me to know, sort of like the claircognizance coming in. I'm also going to use a pendulum just to ask some questions, clarifiers, and then I will get into the tarot and oracle, and we will find out why now. Is it because I want to know now? I'm finally discovering these things. Is there something I'm meant to know about myself and my lineage? Was this being a Pleiadian or some other sort of angelic being? Is it a group of beings? I forgot to show you. Almost forgot. So that was 2 nights ago. And last night I had a dream. As usual, like, I don't remember now, but I remember, like, usually in the morning I will break down my dream if I remember parts of it and be like, is this meaningful physically in my physical realm and my spiritual realm? So a few things happened and I marked that as physical and noted that, but I've forgotten now. I'm trying to write down my dreams, but I forget. But it was like all of my dreams, well, a vast majority of my dreams, it's in my perspective. So it's like a bit blurry and it's actually me in the dream, like looking with my eyes, like my vision right now, like looking down, looking at everything. That's how my dreams are. And it's just like a normal dream. And then someone, like, I'm looking down and someone goes with a piece of paper. And I've tried my best to mimic and imitate, and I think I've done a good job. But I'll begin. I did it with this pen. I don't know why it wasn't this color. It was like this blue and it was very specific, and I will remember that. So keep that in mind when I show you the image. So this is the image I saw in my dream. So it was more particular and more, I'm very abstract with my drawings, but this was very, like, it was perfect the way she, well, I'm saying she, well, she must be she, drew this. It was a lot of X's and then like these little lines, and those crosses are used in Serbian culture. I'm pretty sure to, I don't remember, it's on my phone and I'm filming with my phone right now, but I'm pretty sure it's for protection against the evil eye and like other certain things, like they would put it on their aprons, they would put it on their homes, things like that, to warn off evil spirits, curses, and for protection. I could sit here all day and tell you all of the other things that happened, like my phone pausing, scene 222, and then instantaneously a kookaburra starts laughing, like symbolizing that break of dawn, like what I said about Zvich, what the meaning of Zvich was. So I'm excited because I need clarity and I need to know who this was. Like, am I related to this person? What does it mean for me? So we'll find out. And I also wanted to add, I heard clairaudiently, like a download, this woman speaking, and it was quite loud and quite direct, and how I described before, and she said huge speech. I had a friend and she was sleeping over one day, and when I woke up the next day, she looks at me and goes, "You were speaking a language last night, like a random language, sounded like Latin. I had no idea what you were saying." And like, we told my mum and we were all going back and forth, like, are you sure, like, I wasn't just sleepwalking, like mumbling? And she was like, no, you were speaking another language. So that's just as evidence. Okay, I'm gonna get into it now. Let's do it. I heard a beam of light even before I started scrying. It's light. I'm getting snake. That wasn't, oh, that wasn't that clear. It's showing me this is where this was, and this is like the complimentary chain that they give you. It's not gold, it's just metal, and it started rusting, so I stopped wearing the necklace and for other reasons. And this chain is my Oma's, and it was with a rose quartz pendant, and I put the crucifix on it. That's weird. Alien. I'm getting that from this because it's almost like the head of an alien with a body, like if someone drew a doodle of it, like a really big tall head. I'm gonna try one more time and see if anything comes out, and I'll move on. They keep saying beam of light this whole time. Show me the hinge. Why are you showing me the hinge? So I unintentionally drew the letter A, and that's what I got so far. I'm not too good at this part. I used to be pretty good at it, but you let me know what you see, and yeah, I'm all open for input and different aspects and points of view. So I got a beam of light, alien, slight snake. I wonder if snakes is like a Slavic thing as well. Are there snakes in the Slavic countries? I don't know. Snake. We will look into that. So I'm going to move on to the divination with the pendulum. I feel like I should hold it down. Let me ask those questions again. I haven't really done this before. Are you a Pleiadian being? So that was a yes. Am I going to find out more through tarot? That was also a yes. Are you the one guiding my head like a magnet? That was also a yes. Can I see a no? So the no doesn't swing. Okay. Are you a part of my lineage? No. Are you protecting me? I think that was a yes or no. Are you the one protecting me? Yes. Okay. I'm going to read some tarot now. This was actually a gift. These 3 were gifts and I purchased this stone. But this was given to me randomly by my psychic. It's quite interesting. I quite like it. I have no idea where she purchased it, but she was like, I've got something for you. Have it. I was like, that's so good. And something about the moon here and above so below. This looks so, I'm hearing cathedral. And when researching Slavic Serbian countries like Yugoslavia and Serbia and Croatia, they did believe in things like, well, I know the Yugoslavians believed in vampires and witches and all of these things, but witches stayed to themselves. They didn't want to be seen. It was taboo. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, do I come from a line of esoteric witches? I don't know. I'm hearing things, but I'm too afraid to say. I'm gonna read tarot now, so that's the end of the divination. Why am I thinking of the Blair Witch Trials? Like, I was having issues putting my phone back on the tripod and it was just falling off. And I swore out loud because it fell off. I was annoyed. And then I got a glimpse of my astrology book. I don't know if that was confirmation, probably. And I was thinking dark, like mystical dark. And I've felt like watchers, a particular watcher, watching over me during my dark times. And now, like when I was setting, why do people need to do this right now? Because as I was setting up the camera, I was like, why do I feel like the vibe of, okay, hey guys, is it working? Is it working? Is it on? Is it on? Okay, so this is where we are, in the bush, in the forest, wherever it may be. And we are going to look into things. We are going to discover things. A being of light. We are going to discover light. I think I was afraid of finding out about like bad witchcraft. Slight snake. I also heard slight snip. So, distorted. Well, the woman was distorted. A slight snip, a slight snake. It was like a slight snippet of what I'm up for, I think. A being of light, alien, slight snip, and snake. Don't be out here saying I'm a reptilian, I'll get the shits. That's not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like the snake at the altar as like, what do they call it? Like why can't I think? Like an honor, you'll know the word. Like you're giving a gift to the altar to complete something. Am I correct about slight snake? Okay, so it's saying yes. So they may have used snakes at the altar. Maybe had pet snakes. Maybe they were one of the first cultures to have pet snakes. I don't know. I don't know. That came randomly. That came randomly. I don't even know where to start because I was drawn to a lot of cards today. And I'm just going to take a moment to like jump cut this and sit back a little bit so I've got space to pull cards and so I can have a vape. So I'm feeling tarot first. I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot. It comes in a larger box, but it started to annoy me recently. So the back of the deck is the Daughter of Swords. I just want to show you that. It's an owl balancing on a sword. I'm being drawn to the red light for some reason. And one night in my old house, I was in the kitchen for some reason and I was looking outside and we have like this, I forgot what the shrub is called. It's like a black man's shrub. I think that's what it's called. And in the middle of it, oh no, it wasn't. It was like that, but it had flowers. I don't know what the plant was called, but it was like a big shrub that went out like this. And it was spiky. Not that spiky, it would droop. Anyways, I saw like a red orb in the center. And I disregarded a lot of things I saw during that time. So I'm really surprised I'm being drawn to that and getting that message right now of that red orb. I'm hearing like bring me into the light. I'm hearing initiation. There was, don't call me crazy, but there was some sort of astral like initiation, recognition for me. Because it's like, I believe as we're born in this world, as we're a child, we have a sixth sense, and some children carry that on throughout their lives. The next card to come out was Strength. And can you see the affinity on his head? And he's got a rose in his mouth. So Strength speaks of courage, and the sun is beaming on him. So another thing I'm shocked about, another thing I disregarded, I did an egg cleanse because I've only done an egg cleanse on like 2, maybe 3 occasions, but 2 occasions I remember. One occasion, a letter came out of a person and I knew exactly who that person was. The second occasion, I saw an infinity. I don't know if I have that picture still, but if I find it, I'll put it in right now. And as you can see, the way I scry, it's always like in figure 8s or that sort of vibe. So I don't know, I'm hearing divination. It's cutting me off, divination. The number 11 and divination, I'm maybe Archangel Michael during that time was watching over me. So I'm gonna pop that up there. An offering of love. It's been really hard, but I'm trying to attract my soulmate, and I feel like I was really courageous, and like what's the word? Anyways, I haven't really been in the dating scene, and every time I try, it's horrendous, and I would rather wait for the perfect person. So Archangel Michael giving me an offering and an initiation. I need to ask specific questions, okay? I love it when spirit does that to me. It's funny because I don't know where spirit is guiding me. It's spontaneity. I don't know what's about to happen. And spirit wanted to show me. So, spirit, can I get more information about this being that is trying to contact me? So we've got the 8 of Wands. So I'm hearing clairaudiently the actual meaning of 8 of Wands is action. But it's like they striked me with a thought. They downloaded it into me like lightning, and it's been raining here a lot recently. Okay, we've got the 10 of Cups on the back of the deck. Okay, and the Hierophant. Father of Swords. This is, I'm really feeling like it is my great-grandfather on my dad's side coming through. I feel like I'm hearing showing the magic in me. We're trying to show the magic in you. We're trying to show the magic in you. We're trying to show the magic in you. Okay, so I saw the 8 of Cups. It wanted to come out. So new emotional beginnings. Guardian of Light, I'm hearing for the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands speaks about like victory and overcoming something, overcoming a battle, the underdog. Guardian of Light, like that's why I've come back, because I feel like I have messages for people, and I want to show people that like you can discover these things. Is the Empress meant to be reversed? It is. We've got the Father of Cups, the 4 of Swords, Daughter of Wands reversed, which is the Page of Wands in reverse, and the Empress reverse. So we'll start off with the Empress. Like I was out of touch. I thought I knew what I was doing, but I didn't. And it's because I didn't know. I didn't have that knowledge, and that knowledge was not accessible for me. So I feel as though there's always been a being protecting me during these times of vulnerability. I'm seeing that with the 4 of Swords. It's like you had the right idea, but you didn't have the tools, I'm hearing. Okay, next card was the Chariot. I'll show you that. Something about the pendant And then, sorry, my nose is like dripping. I'm channeling. And the moon on the horse's head with the sun in the background. I'm hearing black hole because of the way it is. Black hole. Is this being from a black hole? Get that upside down. So we've got the Daughter of Pentacles. Why am I somewhere over the rainbow? And the Five of Swords. Cut your enemies off. Are you from a black hole? Somewhere over the rainbow. I'm hearing innocence for that card. The Page of Pentacles. Innocence. And deconstruction. So in this image, it's like a metaphor. They're actually cutting, deconstructing a worm in half. Something to do with my DNA. I had to be initiated in something, to do something. I don't know if it's to be a part of these beings in this realm, or like more my heritage, my lineage. So when I do pass over, it's like I can find them. I'm hearing, I can find them. I know who they are. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 as I say that. I see 1, 2, 3 all the time. Okay, a lot of cards just came out there, but whenever that happens, I pack it away, and if it comes out again, it's meant to be. So I've got the Two of Cups here and the Lovers on the back of the deck. Okay. So I am trying to manifest a true soulmate in my life. And we've got the Four of Wands, which I'm hearing freedom. I'm hearing you deserve freedom. It's like they heard me, but like with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse on the back of the deck, it was almost like tough love. Tough love. Do it right or don't do it was the vibe. Okay, I'm going to use this deck first because, yeah, back of the deck it says Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity, which is what I want to do. What are you being called to journey to? What's the next card? What are you clinging on to? What are you clinging on to? For me, it's ego, but it's not like I think I'm better than everyone else. The ego is, oh, so you don't think you're good enough? Like my ancestors speaking to me, like you don't think like the gifts we handed down to you is good enough to share with the world. That is the vibe. Like, what are you afraid of? Like one little stalker and you want to pack up and leave? That's the vibe I'm getting. Answer the call back of the deck. What is your soul calling you to do? I didn't mean to pull out this many cards from this deck. I feel like if I pull out every card in this deck, it would resonate right now. But we'll stop here with the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. I'm hearing ever ending and like ever essence. And this woman in the image is giving me that vibe of ever essence. And my middle name is Rose. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So something is gonna happen of this. I don't know what. We'll find out. Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So I am definitely being guided by something. I just saw something. I think it was an apparition. But anyways, I don't know. It was like smoke, but it only came a little bit above my bed. So I don't think it was anything crazy. Helpers in the subtle realm. So there's Mary here, there's Jesus, there's prophets here and like Buddhist beings. Something about symmetry, like this picture is symmetrical. And it's got the dots for, I'm channeling the stars line in your chakra. And I really do feel that. Not really in my feet. I need to work on that. I need to ground myself more. I'm really bad at that. But like in my gut and my stomach, my heart, even like my throat tightening or tingles, like I'm in tune with all of that. Helpers in the subtle realms, divine orchestration, divine timing. Next two cards. I'm really excited about this deck, but I feel like I have to open this deck first. Look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. It's like I have two vision boards. I initially made a vision board and it was very spiritual, what I wanted, like little goals with YouTube and metaphors for myself. Then I was like, that's not gonna happen anymore. I can't do that anymore because I have a stalker. So I made another one that was more realistic, belittling me, settling me down, and yeah. So the energy is gaining momentum and there's three birds. I heard high up in the mountains and sway. Can I get a clarifier for sway? I'm gonna leave that for later. Can I get a clarifier for sway? A time to give rather than to take. New moon in Virgo. I feel like this is a new beginning for me and I am a Virgo. A time to give. I feel like it's a time to give explanations, give a little bit about myself, share about myself, so that I saw 9/11 just now, so that others see that. And that's why that's why I'm getting guidance right now to help me in the subtle realms. What's this card? A personal issue reaches resolution. I'm hearing find answers, but this is full moon in Cancer, which speaks about emotions, and we got the Ace of Cups as well as the Seven of Wands before. I'm hearing your turn now, your go now, something like that. Prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. That would be so good. So look, I'm not struggling. I have everything I need. Like you can see, I'm dressed appropriately. But if you look at my bank account, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not like, say, I was like, oh crap, I need to go and buy groceries right now. And I'm not just saying some milk and apples, like you need some groceries. If that happened to me right now, like I would be fine and I would survive. But if you say to me, oh, could you buy a house next year? You're like, no. So this would be fantastic. And I hope people will support that. And that is new moon in Taurus. So we've got two new moons and a full moon, and it's symmetrical, and it's the color blue, just like my vision last night. So something blue. Am I getting married? I hope so. Don't let pride get in your way. I get this card sometimes and I need to figure it out. Don't let pride get in your way. It's like, it looks more like a bobcat with a feminine face with this masculine hair. Spirit trying to say to me, balance it out. I feel like it's saying, like how I said before, like my ego isn't like, I think I'm the best thing that's walked the earth. I just saw quadruple 2 as I said that. I don't think I'm the best thing that has walked the earth. Although I will be like, well, I'm not good enough. Okay, let's have a look at this deck. So the back of the deck is, yeah, let's get into this. So it's the Lemurians, clairvoyance, activated psychic awareness, sensitivity, trust your intuition. So this is confirmation. I have received this card before. But were they Lemurians? What being was this that came to me the past couple of nights? That's Lady Nada, expanded heart, openness, liberation, let yourself love and be loved. Sanat Kumara, open channel, signs, codes, download, sacred information. So again, this card is reminding me of, where is it? There it is. This card with the rose. So it's the same message I've been saying, like, let yourself speak. Let yourself be heard, which I have been trying to have happen for me. And it's really hard when you have no one to talk to about this. And then signs, codes, downloads, and sacred information. Sanat Kamara. Well, they're both like golden like beans, but I swear it looks like a Pleiadian. The divine director, trust the process, create space for divine order to unfold. Ishtar, inner learnings, follow your heart, truth prevails. Spiritual force field, protected light is surrounding you, you are safe. Okay, so Thoth came out. What was that? So I think I pronounced that name wrong and upset this person, but this is the person I received. I did not mean for that to happen. I just got a bit excited with the message. So it says, divine magic, the teacher awakens, the student becomes the master. So a lot of cards are here. It's all saying similar things. Breaking boundaries, personal experience of God. Although this back of the deck, this is sort of what the being looked like. So it says, leadership activation, time to unfold, trust in your ability to guide others, which is what I'm trying to do with this channel. So be seen, let the world know your gifts, yeah. I feel like I'm getting nowhere with this, but it's a beginning. It's like more clarity that I am on the right path. Is Commander Ashtar a Pleiadian? So we got soul family, call in a tribe, you don't have to do it alone. And we've got the symmetry of the whales again. And we've got share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. And we also have warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? So everything is saying like, I don't know, like, well, I do know. These are all gifts that I have. Will the bean come to me again tonight? Or beans? So I've got the Three of Pentacles. So I'm hearing building over time. And there's like a mountain and obviously 3 pentacles with 3 colors. So I'm sort of channeling that I saw the red. That was the first. You know what I'm getting here? So I channeled the red, but when you're looking at it like this, the red is on this side, which is your feminine side. And I'm seeing 333 as I say that. And the blue, I saw the blue, and I've been trying to activate my more masculine side, which is my right side. And I feel like I've activated that, but it's sort of speeding up. I've sped up the process. And then the third, I think I'm hearing spirit with the yellow. With the yellow. I'm hearing dark times, persecution. I just want to see what else comes out, and I will cut this out if there's no new messages. What I'm channeling with this is something about the underworld. Is the snake I channeled to do with the underworld? 8 of Swords. Again, like restrictions, persecutions. The High Priestess reverse, not believing in myself. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please comment down below with your aspects, your points of view, if you have any knowledge about these sorts of things. If you are Slavic or Serbian or Croatian, if you know what hitch zvich means. I'm feeling more a light bulb. I mean, not even a candle, because it makes more sense with what happened with my altar. So please come back and follow me on my journey of trying to discover who I am, what I am, and what the hell I'm doing. Alright, bye.